Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? Perry here, giving you guys WWE Smackdown results for March 18th, 2011. Now, I said that I can't watch Smackdown because I don't have Sci-Fi. Well, I guess I checked on my TV earlier last night, and I found Smackdown. So I'm like, okay. I'm pretty sure it was this week because they were mentioning how it was this week. Alright, so let's get that started. So we begin with a match with Edge and Brodus Clay with Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez as managers for Brodus Clay. Brodus Clay, I think, just dominates the match. I think he just dominated the entire match, basically. And then from out of nowhere whatsoever, Christian comes down and attacks Alberto Del Rio. And with Brodus Clay distracted, Brodus Clay turns around, gets a spear from Edge, cover, 1, 2, 3, your winner is Edge. And then after the match, Christian and Del Rio are going at it. They're just beating the living heck out of each other. Teddy Long comes down and says that he's had enough of they're fighting every constant week. Alberto, you want him so bad, you got him. Christian and Alberto Del Rio is announced for later tonight in a steel cage match. Yeah, I kind of ditched the microphone because I didn't really like using it, but anyway, it's gone now. So, well, it's not gone. It's right here, just in case anything, but it's right there. So yeah, that match is taking place later tonight. So then the second match of the night, Sheamus versus Kofi Kingston in a champion versus champion match. No titles were on the line, but basically it was going back and forth. It was an okay match. It wasn't that it wasn't like up to my standards, But your winner is Sheamus with a bro kick out of nowhere. Really just destroys Kofi pretty much almost the entire match, but Kofi also gets his offense going on, and that gets the win for Sheamus. Then we have a promo in the back with Big Show and Kane. If anyone didn't hear from already, Christian and Edge versus the Corre was ditched because I don't know why it was ditched, but for the the tag titles, and it was announced that Big Show and Kane would take their place, and I'm like, okay, because I remember watching these guys. I saw these guys live. I saw these guys lose their titles live on the Raw right after WrestleMania 22 to the Spirit Squad, but I saw these guys lose it live. But this is actually besides WrestleMania 22, that was the first time I actually saw Kane in action, because every time that I would go to a Raw, Kane would be injured or Kane would be on the other show. So, no, I've never seen Smackdown unless I went to a Super Show, which I did, and I think that was one of the best matches, or that was the best show I think I've ever seen. But, well, live I'm talking about, but it's not the best match I've ever seen, but it was the best show I've been to, which is a house show. But, anyway, getting back to these thing, Big Show and Kane are in the back, they're talking, and, out of nowhere, Kane goes for the choke. He chokes Big Show. He's got him with his chokeslam thing, and Big Show comes out of nowhere. He does his chokeslam thing to Kane, and then Big Show hits Kane's arm away. Kane hits Big Show's arm away. They're finally just standing right at each other, and Kane says, "You complete me," and I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but unless they're bringing back the old tag team, which was my favorite tag team of 2006, 2007. Well, mainly 2006, but it was one of my favorite tag teams, really, of that year. And this basically just makes Kane's character more of a tweener now, because Kane will pull off a heel action one night, but he'll pull off a face action the other. So this makes Kane character more of a tweener. I find that WWE, they're not really, I don't think Kane should turn anytime soon. Kane was doing very good as a heel. I think they're gonna try and go the route with they're gonna have him turn face. They're basically just gonna turn him into Big Show. They're gonna make him one of those lovable goofs and have him lose every match, which basically they did tonight. They actually won via DQ after Justin Gabriel pulls out the referee after Big Show hits the chokeslam on Heath Slater. Big Show goes for the cover. 1, 2. Justin Gabriel pulls out the referee. Referee disqualifies the Corre, giving Big Show and Kane the win, but not the titles. And then basically Big Show just goes right after Justin Gabriel. They're beating up both of them, and all of a sudden the rest of the Corre come down. They're beating up Kane, so Kane's out on the floor, and then they find Big Show still pretty much dominating the Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, so they go inside and they're beating up Big Show. Wade Barrett actually hits the wasteland on Big Show, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then basically they just started attacking Big Show and Kane. They used the steps to attack Kane. They put the steps on Kane. They took the steps and they threw it on him. They hit him with the steps. So, okay. I found that was kind of a weird way to end the match. But, I'm so out of order here. Next match was Trent Beretta versus Cody Rhodes. I don't know if he's going by his dashinger anymore, but Cody Rhodes actually comes out in his street clothes with a new theme, new everything. He has a towel over his head. Still has that mask on. Makes him look like Stoudemire, but he still has that mask on. But he uses the mask to win and hits a headbutt on Trent Beretta. Covers him 1, 2, 3 for the win. I don't know if he's gonna try and do that at WrestleMania. If anything, I think he's probably gonna lose to what's his face, Mysterio. All right, so the next match was. All right, this is the fourth match. The tag team match was the fifth of the night. So the fourth match of the night was Layla versus Kelly Kelly. I don't even know why I'm even mentioning this match, but it was actually pretty entertaining. It actually pretty was. I am not lying to any of you guys. A Divas match was entertaining. Kelly actually, she could wrestle now. I mean, she can actually hit people. She can actually have her own moveset and not use some other, crap she learned in like high school or something. But Layla ends up getting the win. And after the match, Layla and Michelle are celebrating. That's pretty much all of that's happened. Then the fifth match of the night was the one I just mentioned. They win by disqualification. And then then we go to a promo with Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio is just saying that he's not an animal. He shouldn't be in a cage, especially with his title match being 2 weeks away. And, yeah. So, next match was Jack Swagger versus Chris Masters. Obviously, Michael Cole is, he's acting like it was The Miz that was facing Chris Masters. But it ends up, it's his WrestleMania trainer. And, your winner is by submission is Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger ends up making Chris Masters the masterpiece tap out, and after that Cole gets out of the coal mine. He runs out of the ring. He comes into the ring. I'm sorry, and he puts on his ankle lock or whatever on Chris Masters, and so yeah, that was that. I don't know what they're trying to do here. Basically, Jerry Lawler just has one thing in his favor, and that's Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know how long that's gonna last. I think there's gonna be something else in there. I think something's gonna happen to help Jerry Lawler win the match. But anyway, let's get that down. All right. Pandora's okay. Alright, so your seventh match of the night was Rey Mysterio versus Ted DiBiase with Maurice in his corner. This match was pretty funny because of what Maurice was doing outside the ring. Maurice was not paying attention to the match. She pretty much hates Ted DiBiase's guts right now, but I don't know if she's a face or a heel yet. So we haven't really made our decisions on that yet. So, your winner is Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio wins this match, and after Rey Mysterio pretty much hits the 619, Maryse walks out of the arena. She walks up the ramp, she looks back, she does her thing, and that's it. She leaves, and that's done. Then we go to the Raw rebound with Snooki and stuff, then run through the card, and then the steel cage starts lowering. Then we get to our main event of the night, Christian versus Alberto Del Rio. This match, one of the best, actually, of this year on SmackDown. It was pretty good because, they would trade their finishers, Christian, he hit his Unprettier, or kill switch or whatever. I still call it the Unprettier. I don't know why it's called the kill switch. But this match was actually very good. I did enjoy this match, but they're both hanging on the edge of the cell, or the edge of the cage. They're basically right here. They're both right here. The cell, or the cage, is right here. The floor is over here. And Del Rio gets his arm stuck, and that allows Christian to drop, and Christian hits the floor first. Christian wins the match, and out of nowhere, Alberto Del Rio actually comes out, he doesn't come out. He hits the ground. He starts destroying Christian. He basically destroys Christian. He's saying, okay, now we're gonna finish this. He grabs a chair. He's ready to do his thing with the putting his arm in it and throwing it at the pole. But then all of a sudden Edge comes out. Edge is in his Mercedes thing, or whatever it was, a Bentley. He's in it, and he's honking the horn, telling Del Rio, hey, I'm over here. And he's like, I like your car, Del Rio, it would be a shame if something happened to it. And you knew right there he's going to do something to the car. And he's like, oh, okay, I can scratch up the paint job, you have nice interior, maybe I can jump on top of the roof and, cave it in and stuff. Or he goes into the passenger seat, he takes out a chair. He's like, I can take out my friend Mr. Chair here. And he gets ready to hit it, and Brodus Clay comes out of nowhere. Brodus Clay attacks Edge. He's beating up on Edge. They're hitting Brodus hitting Edge, and Del Rio comes down. Del Rio he starts attacking Edge, and he takes he takes the chair that he had, was gonna attack Christian. He puts it under Edge's arm, and Del Rio does a concerto to Edge's arm, and I found that was actually kind of entertaining. It's actually kept my hopes up because I am a Del Rio fan, but it's also, I thought it was pretty cool, and that's how the show ended. The show ended it was pretty cool. All right, so your MVP, I think I'm bringing MVP to SmackDown. Not in that way. No pun intended. I'm bringing the MVP to the SmackDown review and making Alberto Del Rio your MVP because I think he did outstanding tonight. I really did, because not even that I'm a Del Rio fan, but he did fantastic tonight. If anyone disagrees, feel free to comment down below. Please rate, subscribe up there, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.